Hi guys, it's John. It is Friday, January 17th, 2014. And for tonight's video, I'm going to give you some straightforward tips to eating better when you go out to eat at your favorite fast food and dining restaurants. Tip number 1, carry your phone. Believe it or not, the iPhone and the Android phones have access to an app store of some sort. There you can find apps that take you directly to nutrition information for specific fast food companies and dining restaurants. Many of them also have their nutrition information posted online. So do your research and check the apps or the websites before you go. Don't be afraid to ask your server or the restaurant manager or chef for specializations. Okay. They also may have allergy information and other nutritional information you may need that is not standardized or promoted. Okay. You can also make better choices by choosing lighter options on the menu. But beware, this will lead you to my second tip. Tip number 2. While the 500 calorie menu might seem great because it's lighter, it's hiding a lot of secrets. Most likely when you cut the calories, something else has to balance it out. So when it's lower in calories, it tends to be higher in fat, higher in sodium, higher in carbs or sugar. Just saying. And a lot of the times when it's higher in calories, it tends to be lower in fat or lower in carbs or lower in sugar or something. Be aware that when you go out to eat at a restaurant, you need to look at every aspect, starting with the calories, not only the fat that's in it, but the type of fat. Is it something like butter, which is a trans fat? Is it a saturated fat like modified kernel oil? Or is it an unsaturated fat like extra virgin olive oil or a light margarine like Basil, which has plant sterols, which is actually good for you? Is it an omega-3 and omega-6, or is it a trans fat like peanut butter that has hydrogenated vegetable oils and shortenings? Okay. You also need to look at the cholesterol content, especially if it's red meat or any type of meat. You then need to look at the sodium content, and this is where you're probably going to get hit the most at a lot of places, especially when it comes to entrees. Woo, child! So much sodium in everything there. Fast food restaurants enhance flavors and enhance taste and make it good for you by adding things like excess sodium, which you don't need. Ask to have your fries unsalted, even if it means waiting an extra 2 to 3 minutes for a fresh batch. Your blood pressure and hypertension will thank you. Be careful about the carbohydrates you have. Do try to make healthier choices by choosing whole grains, but a lot of the times you can't get that. Many restaurant chains itself that are sit-down restaurants are offering healthier, more trendy items like quinoa. Be sure to check what type of quinoa it is, and remember, it's being served with other things. Next, you want to look at the total carbohydrates. Especially if you're a diabetic, you have to count carbs. Don't worry about counting the sugar in it, because ultimately, most of the carbohydrates you eat convert into sugar in your body anyway. What you need to do is take the total carbohydrates minus the fiber, and you'll get a net total. That is the actual amount you need to worry about, because that is what will impact your blood sugar over the next couple hours. And finally, you want to look for the fiber and the protein, and as many vitamins and minerals as they list. A lot of places are now required or do list vitamin A, C, calcium, and iron, which are the 4 most important ones your body practically needs. So, as much percentage of your daily value you can get is awesome. And again, fiber, unsaturated fat, and of course, protein are really good at helping to stabilize blood sugar and to help you feel full longer. So the more of those great healthy items you can get, the better. Now I know you're probably worried about cost, and everybody has a value menu or a cheaper menu, but usually what they do is that's the poorest quality product. If you're really going to go out and enjoy yourself, you might as well spend a few extra dollars to get the better items. Now here's one of my biggest tips. A lot of people think, especially when you're losing weight, that going for the entree salad is the best thing on the menu. Honey, that is a total lie. Most entree salads pack as much, if not even more calories than some of your favorite entrees. They're also loaded with a lot of dressings, toppings, saturated fats, and sodium. Beware. That entree salad you think is probably only worth 200-300 calories. It's probably worth 1,200 calories at some of your favorite restaurants. There are options out there. You just have to look. And sometimes, this is my final thing, if you go out to a restaurant and you see a pasta dish that's your favorite, work it into your plan. Okay? I know the pasta dish probably has 8,000 milligrams of sodium, and I know it's got 1,000,000 carbohydrates and about 10,000 calories, but that's okay. You're only going out for this one simple meal. Make sure that the pasta you're choosing has a source of protein, and get it with a side garden salad or Caesar salad. You're balancing out. And you know what? It's okay. So what? You've had a few extra calories. It'll all iron out at the end of the day. Just know that you're having a good time with friends and family. Say to yourself, this is not going to be a completely regular thing every day, and move on. Once the meal's over, that's it. Go back to eating healthy and living your best life ever. And be proud of the choice you made. Be informed, know better, ask questions, and you'll survive. And remember, don't get all this extra stuff. Adding bacons, adding extra cheese on top of the already delicious cheese you're getting, adding a fatty dessert when you really don't need it, and sugared drinks like Coca-Cola, alcohol, and milkshakes. Just don't bother. It's a waste of your time, your money, and your health. So enjoy eating out with your friends. Stay cool and have a good night, everybody. Bye.